I I don't know how to start this. Hi everyone, I'm the Entity of Darkness. And as you can see, I have a bunch of chests, and I'm in a flat creative world. So what I am going to do is, on TikTok, there is a series called Roll for Sandwich by Adventures in Ardia, or Arcadia, I don't. Well, you probably know the series. And so basically the guy just makes sandwiches, rolls DnD Dice, and, yeah. So I'm going to do the same thing, except with Minecraft builds. So in each chest I have, different, building blocks. I got wood here, stone stuff here, miscellaneous stuff here, and stuff you do not want to build a house out of here. And I got pillars for framing, and stairs for roofing, and stuff for windows. And basically I'll just roll each part of the exterior of my build, and hopefully I will make something good. My building skills are, they're adequate, I think. Now, all I need is some dice. Okay, so let's grab this dice tray here. I borrowed this from my dad, and let's pick out a set of dice. And I think the best place to start would be with this green set and this D20. Now, most of these green dice are the first D&D set of dice I ever had, that I still have, but the D20 has been lost, so I replaced it with one of the miscellaneous D20s I got out of this Dice Advent Calendar, and it fits pretty well, I think. So, yeah, let's give these a go. Okay, now the first thing we want to do, according to this book, is to roll for the base material, and for that we're going to roll a D4. Okay, we got the D4 here. Let's roll it. And we get a 1, which means we have to build with cursed items. Oh boy. Alright, let's roll. Roll, and that is a 5. Prismarine. Okay, I don't hate Prismarine, but when it comes to building, there is a big problem with it, and that is that it changes color. Yeah, you can see it change color right now. It is changing from blue into something else. It's kind of becoming greener, and like, it really makes for an annoying building material. But maybe it can be salvaged. You know, this is only the base material. We have more rolls to go. And now we roll for pillars and frames, so we're going to want a D12. Here it is. D12. 4. Cherry log. Okay, cherry log. It's not a bad block. You know, I like the color. I like the texture. Maybe it'll go pretty well with the Prismarine. We'll see. Get that in our inventory, and next up we'll roll for roofing. Hi y'all, this is the Entity in editing here, and I can't read. Yeah, I meant to roll a d20 for this section, but I forgot. So I rolled a d10 instead. I'm still gonna do the whole. I say that as if I'm still recording. I did the whole build with the stairs, but only because I was too lazy to do a reroll. So yeah. I have nothing else to say here. We're gonna need a d10. Now the great thing about D&D, they come with 2 d10s, but I'm going to use the one that makes the most sense for me. So we roll, and 2. Granite. This build is starting to worry me. This build is really starting to worry me, because granite is an ugly block. Granite's not a particularly pleasant block, but it's not the worst block I could have rolled, because it's not diorite. I'm worried. Alright, next up, roll for windows. That's another d12 roll. Yeah, the great thing about Minecraft is there's just a whole lot of options, and yeah, it's difficult to really narrow down anything to a handful. 5 oak trapdoors. Okay, oak trapdoor. I would have really hoped for stained glass panes, but you know, at least we got something that's neutral, very inobtrusive. Is my worrying about how this base is gonna come around coming through? Is my worry coming through at all? I really don't think my worry is coming through. Another d12 roll for doors. Thankfully there's only 12 doors in the game so far, and I don't think any of them will really work, except maybe warped door, so let's hope for that 7. And let me roll anything other than a 7. 3. Oak door. Well, something about the dice gods today really want me to build with oak, but they didn't give me the oak log or oak planks for... Do they want oak, or do they just want me to suffer? Now, what the roll for sandwich guy does is he'll roll for wild magic. So I'm going to do the same thing, and we'll do a d20 roll. So let's hope for something good. That is a 5. Emerald block. To any professional Minecraft builders out there, I apologize profusely. Don't blame me. Blame the dice. I'm going to make so many people cry. Alright, and finally, let's roll for foliage. This one's a standard d12 roll. I can't really imagine anything saving this build. 7 cherry trees. Okay, well, there's no use prolonging the inevitable. Actually, why can't we prolong the inevitable? You know, I have other interests other than Minecraft, you know? I like animation. I watched Nimona. That was a really good movie. I love animation history, so like we can talk about that. Yeah, let's build. Alright, so Prismarine. Again, the problem with Prismarine is just like I don't mind it texturally, because it's a pretty solid texture, but it changes color, so like you can't really nail down a proper palette for it. And you know, rolling, you know, letting fate decide the rest of the palette is not gonna help that fact. Okay, so let's do a shape here. Well, I think this shape works fine. I'm just going to do a little bit of modding and make this like 2 wider. See, it went from green to purple. Stop complaining about the Quizmarine. Stop complaining about the Quizmarine. I was gonna say stop complaining about I did it again. I did it again. I was gonna say stop complaining about the Prismarine Quinn, because that's my name, and well, and Quizmarine. You know, from this angle, it kind of looks like I'm standing on it, and that I'm a giant. Optical tricks are fun. I'm gonna want my door centered, because that's just the kind of person I am. And let's have some windows going adjacent to it. Yeah, that should be good. It's just like me to get cursed on my first roll. Like the Prismarine, the color changing Prismarine could be good for like a magic house. Like if I had the warped stem and stained glass, even just stained glass blocks, maybe got like some glazed terracotta, and was allowed to, and got flowers and ferns. Maybe I could salvage this build. I'm pretty sure with this palette, this build can't be salvaged. But we shall see. The basic shape is done. Prismarine is green. And I will add in windows later. And again, I think, you know, I think the color does match. I think the color of the cherry bark does work with most of the Prismarine colors. So, but again, it's the fact that it changes, the Prismarine changes color, that makes it tough to work with. Okay, so see, this is one of the instances where the color changing really screws up the build, because as you can see, if you could see, there was getting like a bit purpley, and it did not look good with the cherry wood, with the cherry log. Maybe I should have grabbed a different set of dice. Now I'm going to add in the basic idea for roofing. Oh my god, granite. Alright, so here's basically what I'm going to do for the roof. Why did I have to roll granite? Why? 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 Like, look at this. Just look at this. I actually kind of want to vomit. Working on this is making me sick. Or maybe it's the fact that I haven't eaten breakfast yet. No, I think it's the granite. I made the bed. I have to lie in it. It doesn't matter that the bed is on fire and filled with cockroaches. Or those ants that will literally eat anything that's in their path. Yes, that's what this is. This is a bed that's made out of fire and ants that will eat you alive. Okay. Now, I have a tough decision to make. Do I want to go taller on this part of the roof, or do I want to just leave it level? I'm going to cheat a little and grab a granite slab, because even when I am cheating, I still want to follow the rules, because that's how cheating works. So what I think I'm going to do is go one block taller, but then level out. I wouldn't, in the words of another food-related TikToker, you don't want to ruin a disaster. And because I'm only allowed to use these stairs, I'm going to add them as supports for my pillars and my front door stairs as well. Agony. You know, I've learned some good ways to really get some good designs out of these. You know, like doing that and that. And see, again, this would look really good if I was using any other block. Okay, now let's add the door. Yep, that doesn't look bad at all. Alright, now let's add the windows. Let's add a window here. Let's split this wall up and add two windows here. Let's split this wall up as well. Let's add a window here. The windows are in, and don't worry about the interior. We're not going to do that. And as you can see, this is really bad. Alright, let's add our block of emerald. Here and there, so like we have kind of like the corners of a book. Alright, now is this a good idea? I ask that as if anything in this build's a good idea. And as for the cherry saplings, let's just use standard trees. Actually, honestly, the splash of pink is nice. The splash of pink is nice. Over here, we see a bunch of chests, and over here, we see an absolute monstrosity of a build. Honestly, the cherry saplings aren't bad. The cherry trees aren't bad. Like, I'd probably attempt to build my own if this was if I had a better build. But yeah, the splash of pink, it's nice. And I'd say that the trunk color, the color of the trunks, the logs are nice as well, but we're using them as the pillars of our build, so like it's kind of moot. Yeah, this is an eyesore is kind of an understatement. This is disaster's looking kind of weak. So like, of course the immediate problem is the roofing. The granite roofing is the immediate problem here. Honestly, if I had anything else, maybe the build wouldn't have turned out so horrid. The two main blocks you will see are the prismarine and the granite, and they do not, in the slightest, work together. Look, I just don't think this build can be salvaged. I don't think this palette is salvageable. I don't think it's worth salvaging. But yeah, that is the first build. So how would I rate this build? Okay, so the Prismarine's not as bad as I thought. The texture is, you know, it's pretty similar to cobblestone, and, you know, the oak door, it's fine. The oak door is fine. It's fine here. And, you know, if I had any other trees, the cherry log pillar and frame might be salvageable. I kind of like what's going on here with the emerald blocks in the kind of fancy bookend kind of way. But the color and the changing color of the prismarine and the granite, they just are the biggest issues here. Fundamentally, this was all just in service of a bad idea. And it doesn't really matter how good what you build is if it doesn't really matter how much effort you put into it, how good you really make it. If the idea at its foundation is bad, beyond salvaging bad, then all your effort's just gonna be in vain. I give this house an official rating of, out of 5 stars, 1.5. Out of 5. 1.5 out of 5. I would definitely be happy to blow up this build. I imagine I could have gotten worse. And, you know, the more I look at it, the more I kind of like it in that, what the F kind of way. You know, like, Dr. Seuss's The Cat in the Hat with Mike Myers, you know? You know, I kind of admire just the dedication to the bad idea. See me ride out on the sunset on your color TV screen. 'Cause I'm TNT, I'm dynamite, TNT, and I will fight. TNT, I'm a power load. TNT, watch me explode. TNT, dynamite, TNT, and I'll win the fight. TNT, watch me explode. That's nice. I didn't do anything. Anyway, that was fun. I hope you enjoyed. And we'll hopefully have a better skin to... I'll hopefully have a better skin next time. Bye. Well, thanks a lot, Dice. You have been... helpful's not the right word. Useless is actually kind of looking weak right now.